Do you prefer to do your data manipulation with a point and click tool rather than a coding tool? If so, Alteryx may be just what you're looking for. Hi, I'm Brian Amrine with Value Driven Analytics, and in this video, I'll give you a high-level overview of Alteryx. With that said, let's head over to our PowerPoint. Let's talk about another data manipulation tool, a point and click tool called Alteryx. Alteryx is comprised of two different versions, a designer version that an analyst would use to actually create a workflow, and a gallery version that's online that an analyst would use to publish the workflow, schedule it, and publish and access applications. A workflow is made up of chains of different types of data manipulation nodes or blocks. Each one represents something different, like selecting data, filtering data. These workflows are created through the point and click designer application. And one of the unique features about Alteryx is this idea of creating an app in the online gallery version. An application essentially asks for inputs from a user, from a stakeholder. It'll run the workflow, the set of blocks in the background, and then it will return the processed result back to the user in the application window in their browser. It's very simple, and it's a great option for automating common tasks that always have slightly different inputs. Alteryx is a popular tool for analysts who want to avoid coding. It does have the ability to write Python code and SQL code in it, which is great, but a lot of people use it to avoid coding. But at the same time, even though they're not coding, they do have the option to automate the data manipulation by putting their workflow on a schedule. This is really popular, especially for level 1 and level 2 analytics maturity organizations. It's not as popular as other options like Excel, SQL, and Python. It does have a licensing cost that is not insignificant, but it's fairly flexible data manipulation. Not as flexible as coding generally, but still fairly flexible. Again, you can get that flexibility with the Python and SQL modules within Alteryx. Similar to Excel, the setup of the nodes, since it's done via point and click, can get a little repetitive, a little manual, so it's not quite as efficient as coding options in my opinion. But one benefit compared to Excel is that after initially coding the workflow, it's really easy to automate the workflow on a schedule in the gallery. Similar to Excel, a lot of times analysts have to go through a little more than what's necessary, jump through hoops, and perform many steps to do more advanced data manipulation, in my opinion. Alteryx workflows can be used to create curated data sets that are refined to the interest of the team using them, to email out reports, or to automate manual requests. Some analysts might use Alteryx for data exploration analysis, and it seems to be, in my experience, less often used to create data science models, but it is possible. Let's take a look at a few specific screenshots of Alteryx. So here is Alteryx Designer where you'd actually build your workflow. These are different nodes or blocks that are strung together. It shows the order. You'd start with this one, maybe import some data, select data, merge data together, and so forth. After designing this in Designer, you would publish your workflow to Alteryx Gallery, which is online, and this is where you could schedule it, or set it up as an application where your stakeholders could go and run a workflow that you've created for them. And that's Alteryx at a high level. If you like this video, I hope you'll consider liking it formally. And if you'd like to see more analytics, data science, and leadership training videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. Finally, if you have any questions on what we discussed today, please leave a comment and I'll try to respond to it as soon as possible. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.